I remember the weight of the dirt beneath my cheek. Cold, damp. My fingers twitched, but my legs didn't move. "Walk it off, stop being a baby," my father barked from somewhere above me. I could hear my brother's laugh, sharp, deliberate. Mom's voice followed, dripping with contempt. "Get up, you're ruining his birthday." The air felt heavy. The smell of barbecue smoke mixed with something metallic in my mouth. I tried again to move my legs. Nothing. Then boots appeared in my blurred vision. A woman's voice, steady, professional. "He can't move his legs. We're calling for backup." Silence. Then the first crack in my father's voice. "Is that necessary?" It was. I grew up believing loyalty was blood deep. My parents had rules: protect family, trust no one outside it. I followed them. I worshipped them. I thought my brother was my closest ally. But the cracks started small. I'd catch them whispering when I entered a room, hear my name followed by a sigh. Birthdays where my presence felt like an obligation, not joy. My brother's smirk became a constant, especially when I was hurt. The day it shifted completely was 2 years ago. I overheard Mom telling him, "You'll get the house one day. Don't worry about him. He's not built for much." I was the him. From that moment, I started noticing patterns. My father cutting me out of conversations about the family business. My brother taking credit for my work. Jokes about me being clumsy or soft. They weren't jokes, they were seeds, planted to make me the fool in everyone's eyes. The accident wasn't an accident. It was my brother's party. Drinks flowing, music too loud. He challenged me to race him to the lake. I hesitated. He knew my knee had been acting up for weeks. But the smirk was there, so I ran. Halfway down the hill, I felt it. The shove. Subtle, but enough. I tumbled. Rocks tore at my skin. My head snapped forward. Then, stillness. I saw his shadow leaning over me before anyone else arrived. He didn't help. He just whispered, "Guess you're not as fast as you thought." The MRI showed spinal damage, not permanent paralysis, just months of recovery. But the paramedics' report included her suspicion: possible intentional push. That's where my advantage began. I didn't yell, didn't confront. I let them think I was broken, physically and emotionally. They relaxed, they got careless. The plan formed quietly. First, I needed proof. My father was obsessed with legacy and reputation. So I started recording conversations, innocent at first, then more pointed. Within weeks, I had hours of footage. My brother bragging to friends. My parents mocking my weakness. Even Mom laughing about the push. Second, I found allies. The paramedic, my old coach, a neighbor who'd seen my brother shove me before. Each had a piece of the puzzle. Third, I built the legal trap. I consulted a lawyer, not to sue, but to structure a transfer of assets. My parents didn't know that when they signed a few medical expense forms for my rehab, they were also signing over partial control of the family business to me. The confrontation was the finale I'd been rehearsing in my head. It was Christmas Eve, our family-only dinner. My parents were laughing at some story my brother was telling about me tripping over my crutches last month. I waited until their wine glasses were full. "I've been thinking," I said, my voice steady, "about that day. The hill." My brother froze, fork halfway to his mouth. My father rolled his eyes. "We're not doing this again." I slid my phone across the table, hit play. Their voices filled the room, mocking me, describing the push, laughing about how he'll never prove it. Silence. Then I placed a folder beside the phone. "These are the signed transfer agreements. You gave me control of 40% of the business, effective immediately." My father's face drained. "You tricked us?" "No," I said. "You underestimated me." I turned to my brother. "And you? You're done. The board meets next week. I'll be presenting these recordings and the witness statements. You won't just lose your position, you'll lose your credibility. Every investor will know what you did." He opened his mouth, but no words came out. They tried to salvage it, of course, pleading, bargaining, even threatening. But it was too late. Within a month, my brother was out of the business, my father's reputation was shredded in our industry, and Mom had retreated into a tight-lipped silence that spoke louder than any insult she'd ever thrown. People think revenge feels like fireworks. It doesn't. It's quieter, colder. It's the satisfaction of watching the people who dismissed you realize they built their own downfall, one careless cruelty at a time. That day on the ground, they thought I was powerless. Now they know. I can walk again. But they?